Hello, I'm Alexis Turner from London Taxidermy, and this is my showroom. I've been interested in taxidermy for really all my life. As a child, I grew up surrounded by specimens at home. I've run this business now for 20 years, hiring and selling taxidermy, and I've recently written a book on the subject entitled simply Taxidermy. So now we have the carcass and we're ready to put the bird together, really. The first thing to do, which is of utmost importance, is to treat the carcass with some preservative, and this involves taking the skin and turning it inside out and rubbing it with borax, which is a preservative powder. Then, once you've done that, you keep the skull of the bird. So the skull, the beak, and the skull will still be in the bird, but the brain needs to be removed, so that needs to be taken out. And you then have a skull cavity, which is filled with clay. Into that cavity will go this wire, which comes up through the neck in this mannequin, and that will go into the cavity. The wire will just come out through the top of the skull, be bent over, and that will keep it all together. You can do everything right up to this stage, and you can do a very good job of the taxidermy, but if the eyes are wrong, it just still doesn't look alive. I mean, an example of a bad use of eyes would be this dog over here, where it's a sort of rather goggle-eyed looking dog. The taxidermy is actually not bad at all, but the eyes are extraordinary. So once you've done this, you're then pretty much ready to sew it all up. Then you set it aside for probably a couple of weeks because it needs to fully dry out before you can then put the colour in. When a bird dies, the colour drains from the feet, it drains from the beak and around the eyelids, and so all this colour has to be painted back in. So when you see, for example, this flamingo, the beak has been painted, the black area there around the face has been painted, the legs have been painted. So none of what you see there is actually the original colour, but again, a good taxidermist will match the colour very well. So I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I'm Alexis Turner from London Taxidermy. Thank you.